Hi, I'm Tony Fleming. Welcome to Fleming's Ultimate Garage. I just grabbed the description tags off the windshield of this car here. This car here, we have receipts for just about $90,000. The paint on the car is brand new. It's, I should say it's about 6 months old. It is Lemaas blue with the white stripes. And during that process, all the chrome, stainless, things like that were either replaced, replated, or buffed. These rims that are on the car, these are called Fikses, and you actually can't order a set of Fikses, call up and say, listen, I'd like a set of 18 by 10s and 18 by 8s for a Camaro. They actually build each individual set of wheels for the car with measurements, one set at a time. And they're 3-piece wheels, which is kind of cool. They have 2 rim halves, then they have the center section, so that you can actually, if you decided that you wanted to tub this car or something like that, you just order the back half of the rim, and they can go ahead and widen their wheels for you without having to buy a whole new set of rims. But the great thing about what's inside here, big fat calipers with cross-drilled and slotted rotors all the way around, 4-wheel disc brakes. And we call this a Pro Touring car because the car has been lowered 2 inches. It has a full modern suspension, meaning adjustable coilovers all the way around, Global West parts, Hotchkiss sway bars, and pieces like that to make this car handle and drive. I've driven this car home several times. This car is bad A. Come on over here and we'll check out under the hood. So what makes a Pro Touring car a Pro Touring, you know, a lot of people call that, I feel, a Pro Touring car really needs to be an injected car and not a carbureted car, but that's just opinion, because you know, you spend a little extra money and you get this look right here. This motor here is aluminum head, polished, ported, played with, massaged, and loved. Comes with a dyno sheet, and it's horsepower at the rear wheels, well into the 300s, which at the crank makes over 400 horsepower. And the nice thing about this is it's been made to drive. So it has power 4-wheel disc brakes, it has fast ratio power steering, which I really like, and it has modern air conditioning and heat. Instead of the old style heater core, this has an upgraded unit, nice aluminum compressor, got rid of a lot of weight, giant radiator on the car, dual electric fans. This piece here is nice. This is the first time I've seen this piece. That's a nice piece. It kind of finishes up the engine compartment. All new hood insulation. Now this Camaro is a Pro Touring RS SS, and if you guys know, the SS's in '69 had vacuum operated doors. This has the DSE motor operated doors, which is a lot nicer because you don't need the vacuum. You don't have to worry about vacuum leaks and things like that. We're going to paint this week and have those center sections so you finish off the RS front end. Because the RS front end really is the greatest Camaro front end ever. It doesn't matter how much money you have. You could never build a car like this in a week. By the time you get the parts, find somebody to put the car together, send it to the body and paint shop, flip the car over, do the underneath of it, replace the bad metal for new metal, install the new suspension, you're talking about years. And when you're talking about years, you're talking about writing checks every month for years and years. This is the only way to buy a car. I do this for a living. I've tried to do them myself. I have never made $1 restoring a car myself. I've taken cars to Barrett-Jackson, and you know what? I never win. So this car right here, one of the nicest cars we've ever had. The trunk, awesome. Nicely detailed. There's a couple nice stock things left with the car. But a beautiful, nicely carpeted trunk. The sound system is a killer in this car. This has LED taillights. They're the first I've seen in a '69 Camaro. And they are so bright and so cool looking. The LED lights, I know it looks like it's flickering on screen. That's kind of what you've probably seen the news before where you see something, they show a picture of a monitor or something like that, and it flickers on TV. It's not really flickering, it's just the way the camera shows it. And I don't know if I hit the brakes whether you'll be able to see how nice that is. They're just awesome, and I just think they're a great piece. New bumper, new trim, new chrome, new locks, new bolts, new. A lot of people can talk about spending money on a car. This car here, I have every receipt spent on this car, and I'm telling you, I totaled it myself. Just cracked the $90,000 mark. Check out the interior. We're talking about power leather seats, seat belts if you got kids. Otherwise, we can just roll them up and tuck them under the seat. This has a Covan dash. The Covan dash has a carbon fiber look. Gauges. 10,000 RPM tach, 160 mile an hour speedometer. Console was custom made to fit the trans and shifter. Hey, the one thing about this car here is it has Mercedes quality leather, Mercedes carpets. This is the top of the line Covan dash. It's the most expensive dash they sell. The Autometer gauges are the ultralight series with carbon fiber finish. Not a 4-speed in here. Now let me tell you about this. This 5-speed here is not the TKO600. This is the TKO600. The transmission's rated to 600 horsepower. But let me go ahead and fire it up for you so you can hear what it sounds like. This is kind of cool too. This little LED light means the high beams are on. You know, when you're building a car like this, there's so many items and so many things that get added to a car that you overlook. Like for instance, like all the glass is brand new in the car, the rollers inside the door panels, the mirrors, the wipers, the wiper motor, the wiring, the vents on the hood. You know, you're talking about just hours and hours and a lot of money spent to make a spectacular car. And I got to tell you, in the 3,000 plus cars that we've had here, this is one of the nicest cars we've ever had. We are Fleming's Ultimate Garage, 301-816-1000.